Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about ways that we can decorate our homes for little to no money. I am wanting to give a few spaces in my home a refresh, but not wanting to put tons of money into it. And I'm going to show you guys how I do that. Okay, tip number one. One of the best ways to save money when you're decorating a space is to use what you already have. Now, you might be saying, but I'm sick of the stuff that I already have. That's why I'm wanting to redecorate. You can change what you already have and turn it into something that you love. And I'm gonna show you a few different ways that you can do that. Okay, these are the bookshelves behind me in my living room that I want to give a refresh, and I'm taking my own advice and shopping my own stash and trying to use what I have.
So this is a box that actually belonged to my great-grandma, and I recently found out that my great-grandfather actually built it for her, so that's pretty cool. So I'm just gonna sand it down and kind of give it a little bit of a new finish, a little bit less shiny, and then I'll have a new piece for my bookshelves that's also kind of a family heirloom and sentimental.
Along with sanding down and restaining, refinishing pieces that you have, you can also use spray paint and a product that I love called Rub and Buff.
This is an example of how I like to use Rub and Buff. This is a piece that I picked up while I was thrifting, but I wanted to make it a little bit more gold, kind of antique looking. So I went in with the Rub and Buff, which is not a paint, it's like a paint wax mixture. But anyway, so I went in with that with a paintbrush and kind of left some of the black showing so that it would look antiqued up on the bookshelf. I also like to use spray paint. I've used it all over my house. I spray painted doorknobs for the back porch makeover, and I also spray painted a little welcome sign plaque for the front porch makeover to go on the front door. And then one of my favorite ways that I've used spray paint in my house is spray painting the windows black. I would never have been able to change these windows out for black windows, and I think they look so nice with the white walls. They look so much more modern. So you can use spray paint and Rub and Buff in lots of different ways to really give your home an updated look.
Another way to use items that you already have are books. So if you're trying to create a cohesive look in your home, try taking the covers off of your books because you might like the inside a little bit better. They're less colorful, and then you can display them and still see the title of the book on your bookshelves, but it's a much more muted color pattern if that's what you're going for. Tip number two for when you're decorating your space for not a lot of money is if you don't have something, try to find it for free. You can go outside and use things from outside to bring into your space that will give you the look that you're going for. Tip number 3 is probably my very favorite thing to do, and that is thrifting your decor. Whenever I start a project, the very first thing I do is check Facebook Marketplace, because people are selling things that are in great condition that you can reuse. You don't even have to refinish them a lot of times, and use them in your space and not pay full price for a brand new item.
I've used Facebook Marketplace for so many renovations, like this vanity that I picked up for the half bath and refinished. I also grabbed this coffee table. One of my favorite things were these cabinets that I bought that I used in the laundry room makeover, and also this dresser that I made over to use in my kids' room to kind of be as a console under the TV. I loved how this piece of furniture came out. But my absolute favorite, I think, is this hutch that I got that I painted black to use in the kitchen.
I like to use Facebook Marketplace for kind of the bigger items that I'm looking for, but for smaller decor items, I love going to thrift stores, and some of my favorites are Goodwill. There's one right around the corner from my house. And also, I've talked about this before on my channel, I go to Dirt Cheap at least once a week, and I consider that a thrift store because it's like very discounted prices and you never know what you're gonna find, and I found tons of stuff there. I have been thrifting a lot lately, and these are some of the pieces that I have picked up, lots of them from Studio McGee, my favorite designer. I'm gonna tally how much everything would have cost if I would have paid full price for all of this stuff, and then how much I actually paid. I just did all of the math only on the things that I could find online at Target that's still being sold. And this is what I would pay if I bought everything brand new, and this is what I actually paid for everything. That is insane. Okay, I wanted to give you guys an update on this deck area. I definitely killed this plant, but so since the last deck video, I've added these 2 chairs right here. And another way that you can save money on your decor is by throw pillow covers. These 2 pillows were just some outdoor pillows that I had, and I ordered some covers off of Amazon, and then now they're like brand new pillows that go with the rest of all of my decor out here.
When I posted the deck makeover reveal video, lots of you were suggesting that I get an umbrella to go over this outdoor sofa. So I was super excited when a brand called Gardasol, who sells on Amazon, contacted me and asked me if I wanted to try one of their umbrellas. And one of my favorite things about it is it can be installed straight into the deck. I am screwing it down because it is super windy where I am, so I was really worried about it blowing over. I didn't want it to go into the pool and damage it. So I'm screwing it straight into the deck so it'll be super sturdy, and then everything else kind of bolts together, and I don't have to worry about it blowing away. Okay, I wanted to show you guys the umbrella out here in the sun and how much shade it provides. Like, it almost shades the entire sofa, and I'm so happy with the color. Like, it ties right into the, patterns that I have going on out here. And so I think that's really going to be useful. I'll be able to spend more time out here because I'll be shaded. And this thing is so easy to operate. It goes in and out with this, and then you just press
this button right here, if you want to pull it down, you have to like reel it in first. But yeah, it seems like super high quality. I'm not worried about it blowing over because it's screwed down in the deck, but I'm really impressed with this. Tip number 4, if you're on a budget and trying to save money on your decor, is use your designers that you like as inspiration. One of my favorite designers is Studio McGee, and although this line is in Target and it's not super expensive, I am able to find a lot of the pieces discounted either at dirt cheap, or sometimes I will even type Studio McGee into Facebook Marketplace and see if anyone is selling anything. But also I like to look at places like Pottery Barn and get inspiration from the pieces that they have and see if I can recreate something on my own that is similar without paying full price for the pieces sold by these designers.
So this is a designer piece that sells for $180, and I grabbed this little pot from Goodwill for half off for $7.50. So we're going to see if we can try to recreate that designer piece to get the look that we're going for. So first I'm just removing this little cord that's around the handles, and then I am going to use baking soda and paint combined until I can get the thicker texture that I want, that's a little bit sandy, to make the piece a little bit more, not necessarily just painted, but just give it a little bit more texture. So I'm going to paint that entire piece till it's completely covered, probably a couple of coats, and wait for that to dry. And then I'm going to go in with something that you're probably like, what in the world? But I'm going to use dirt from outside to kind of antique the piece. But I went in with too much at first. It was too thick. It needed to be a little bit more watery. So I took a rag and I'm wiping some of it off. And that's what I did. I just kind of added some more, wiped it off, added some more, wiped it off until I got the look that I was going for.
So earlier you saw me spray painting this frame, and this is another one that I picked up, but I didn't necessarily love the picture that's inside. So one tip that you can do is I went on Etsy, and I think I paid, it couldn't have been $6, maybe $4 for these 3 prints right here, a digital print, and then I had them printed on matte paper, and I just got them from Walmart, and it was very inexpensive. And so I will just take that and put it into our frames that we're thinking it goes best with, maybe. And then we have very designer looking art for a fraction of the price. Another thing that I see all over Pinterest and in designer homes are these frame TVs. They're very thin and they have a frame around the edge of them and they look super nice. Well, our TV is totally fine and I'm not gonna add a frame around the edge, but I don't like that it's like a big black box all of the time. And so I wanna try to make it look like a piece of art, like the designers do with the frame TV, and it's so simple. If you have a smart TV, you can do it too.
So all you have to do is pull up YouTube from your TV and just type in whatever search term you're looking for. Like I looked up vintage TV art, and it comes up with so many different options that you can try, and you just select your favorite one, and that's it.
That's it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and maybe picked up some tips that you can use in your space to save some money, but turn your houses into homes that you love. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.